Cool truck. Like a truck.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Sick, huh?
That'll fit. I assume that's like gonna fit in my flask, eh?
They fit, like I know they fit, and my buddy has a Solomon vest.
Just thinking about buying one of these, eh?
Let's go. Yeah. They came out great.
It's pretty much every day. Like I leave those glass doors right there, and I walk down. Typically I'm parked down there because I'm too cheap to pay for parking. And I walk out here, I hop into my car, and I'm typically like stressed about work, you know? I'm like still thinking about it. And then I jump in my car and I drive to Arrowtown. Yeah.
What happens out there?
We do the thing. Get on the trails, you know?
Something specifically about Arrowtown that like does it for you?
I don't know. We're in Europe for that month, and like I think I said to you that like you can never escape people in Europe, and like Arrowtown's like the one place here where like within 30 minutes you're like off the grid. I used to ask my mum, I was like, oh, why is Dad like driving so much? Like he'll go for 3 or 4 hours with no music, and he'll just drive. And it's like, I think it's kind of like the switch almost, you know? It's like you get into your car, you get like the 30-40 minutes of like kind of swapping between like daily life, which is like work, thinking about like problems and clients and stuff, and then swapping into the mode which is like, all right, we're gonna go out and explore. And so like I love driving. If it was right outside the office, like I'd be far less stoked, because like this gives me half an hour to just like kind of chill out, you know? Yeah, but it's always a bit nerve-wracking. It's like, especially for the big missions where like you're going out to do like, you know, like 100 Ks, the drive up is always like heaps of anticipation. It's typically silent, you know? It's like my girlfriend always laughs because it's like in the early mornings before these big runs, it's like the drive is just like completely silent, and it's like the energy is like very, very, very nervous, like very excited. But for like days like this, it's, you know, it's a nice way to chop it up, eh?
You mentioned, you know, you love running out in nature and stuff. Like,
yeah.
What is it? What does it give you? What's the difference? What's the edge?
Oh, like mental clarity, like creative thought, like all of the busy stuff that goes on in your head just floats away. It's like if you imagine an analogy of like you've got this like plate and it's got all these little slots for the marbles in it, and you've got 100 marbles and there's a square plate and there's all these little slots for each of the marbles, and like everyday life the marbles are like flying around in your head, like flying around, and then within like an hour out on the trails the marbles have like settled into their slots, you know? And like that's like kind of like the analogy I'd use to describe what it makes my brain do. And it's like after about an hour out on the trails, like I've thought through all the stuff that's going on in everyday life, you know, like whatever problems or stuff that's on my mind, and then after about an hour you go through that motion, and then like the creative thought starts popping up because like you've created space for yourself to start thinking differently. And then like my favorite spot is like after about 5 hours all the thoughts stop and it becomes just like silence, you know? And like people go, oh, like what did you think about on your run? And I'm like nothing. And they're like, what do you mean nothing? I'm like just I thought about nothing for 6 hours. And like people go like, oh, like why are you so calm after the runs? And it's like, it's not because you're exhausted, it's because you've been meditating for 5 hours, you know? And like that's what it does for me. And I think that's why like I always keep coming back, like no matter what, like I am going to get changed. Bathroom. Which is like 2 saw bits. So like you do 1 saw bit and you run up it and we go typically this way, so like anti-clockwise, because it's longer this way, less steep. So we run around this way, get back to the car, and you get that like awful feeling of like having to go back and run back the other way. By the end of it, you've done like 13 Ks. It's like 600 meters.
So you leave the more difficult one for the second lap.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
Paul.
Paul, Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you, Chris.
It's Circl Health. It's Circl without the E at the end. Yeah, so on big training days, well, when it's hot, which actually is quite hot today, like always have in the morning, as soon as I get up, like that's the absolute no-brainer, you know? It's like get hydrated in the morning before you do anything, and then before big long training runs in the heat, like I swear by it. And also like after, depending on how much you sweated, like you'd be surprised how much you lose, and also how much of a difference it makes being dehydrated for your recovery. So like if you're trying to recover from like a long run and you were dehydrated, like it'll stunt it and you'll feel like trash the next day. So you take it in, so you take it in the mornings, or when do you take it? I'm more a post guy.
Yeah.
Post whatever I'm doing that day. And then like you said, like if it's
if it's a particularly intense day,
Yeah.
I'll do another dose.
Yeah, because like we all like foam roll and like we like do all the stuff and take protein shakes and like whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like the basics, which is like your body needs to be hydrated to recover. You know, like simple stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is just. But I guess you learn that as you go.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I really I find the citrulline malate in there is like really good muscle recovery.
Yep.
And then the vitamin C and zinc is actually like the overlooked little boosty too, because it's like if your immune like you're out here pushing, your immune system is pushing.
Totally.
And if you're not recovered, you're gonna get sick.
Totally. Yeah.
And so it's like that little like maintenance dose each day of
Yep.
a little bit of vitamin C, a little bit of zinc. It's like
It's very much like a, because I take a dedicated vitamin C and zinc.
yeah.
Like I have done for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
But like, it's very much like a all round. Like if you were to take one thing a day, like it'd kind of be that, right?
Yeah, totally.
You know, for like
Yeah.
the everyday person.
Yeah,
You know?
that was literally the question that I asked myself
Yeah.
when I was developing. I was like, well, if I could take one thing a day,
What would it be?
what would be? You know?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I was like, da, 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 da. All right, cool. Feeling good. My first time doing this loop. Got Jordan with all his camera gear. Running, check this out.
And so Sunday is always like end of the week, like just done a long run the day before, and starting out on that run is always like so gnarly, eh? It's like stiff legs, like you're exhausted, and it's just like ultra training is like 8 weeks of that, just back to back, you know, which is fun and defining is probably the way I describe it actually.
What do you have with you?
Yeah, so typically like a vest, and that's got like 2 soft flasks you can put in the front, and then a bladder if you're going out for like a really good amount of time, and then like the basic, the basics like safety kits are like first aid kit, emergency blanket, if you're going really far out, like a person locator beacon, and then always take like backup warm gear, you know, so like thermals, balaclava, gloves, thermal top, thermal bottom, and a warm layer. It's just like good to be prepared, you know.
We were just talking about how we've been running for 7 minutes and all of a sudden you see no one.
Yeah. I think so like start simple. Like, you know, I can get into like actual numbers if you want, geeky stuff, but like start simple. Like always have a rest day between like your run days. So like for the first year or 2 years, like you shouldn't be doing consecutive running days, one after another. Always have rest days. Start really easy. All your running should be at like an easy pace. And yeah, you gotta listen to your body, eh? You know, like if you spend too much time like worrying about hitting numbers and comparing your pace to like people on Strava, just listen to your body, trust the process, and like just be patient, you know?
This is feeling like refreshingly in my comfort zone. Like I've been doing so much road running the past few months. I haven't been in the mountains as much. And it's nice to feel that I still have my hiking legs.
Floating way
What's it like when you get up to this point, man? Like, how do you feel?
So the plateau is right here, and so you get here and you've kind of like done most of the hard work. There's a little bit to go, but like this is what, 30-ish minutes in now, so we're in it, you know. This is like, you spend 30 minutes, your heart rate's up, you've been working, you're in nature, you've got beautiful views, you're often with some mates, or you know, often alone too actually. And yeah, this is like the bliss point, right? And then you get the beautiful downhill. So I call this the sweet spot actually. See that? Beautiful. Like it's a funny idea that like I've been thinking about for the past like couple of years. It's like, oh, what if I could make it my job to like show people what I love, you know? And then, but it's scary. But I like all the stuff that like I've done in the past has always been scary to start. So you just got to start, you know? It's just like very scary. The secret with technical downhill running is that you need to trust your foot and you need to relax. It's like, you just got to trust that your foot's going to stay where it is and you've got to relax, you know? Because if you're like stiff, like if you run down a mountain and you're like all tense and tight, like you'll finish the run and you'll be absolutely ruined, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you want to go out and do like 3 or 4 mountains in the same run, like you just got to like relax as much as possible, you know? And just trust your foot's going to be where it is, and then just like relax and speed it. Speed is good, you know?
It's like that there's some sort of common denominator in the trail running community that allows that connection to happen so quick.
Yeah, I think it's it's some form of trauma, right? And I hate to say it, but like I think all of us have had some traumatic experience in our life, like on a relative scale, you know? Like for some people it's like losing their brother to suicide. Like for people like me, it was like abandonment and like some pretty emotional stuff, like going into university. But like we've all got some sort of trauma that then like we seek out like ways to kind of like almost like make ourselves feel normal, and by doing that we put ourselves in positions like these with people who are in a similar spot, you know? And then you just end up like meeting like super cool, interesting people who like are all like open and willing, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Like it's such wise words that we all share that, you know, like on different varying scales, but it doesn't change like the impact it will have on one's life.
Yeah, exactly. Like for some people it might be like, I don't know, you know, like, yeah, like, well, for example, for me, like, mine was, like, having a very, like, sheltered upbringing and then, like, breaking up with, like, a long-term girlfriend, leaving my family and all my friends and moving to university. And it was, like, some low-level form of abandonment, right? That, like, really screwed me up for a couple of years and, like, forced me into a pathway of, like, drinking and drugs and overeating and putting on weight and, like, social anxiety. And, like, for me, that's like the worst trauma I've ever had, because it was like, it's all relative. Yeah, like for some people it's losing their brother, for some people it's like car crashes, some people it's nearly dying, you know, like, but like, yeah. And they all come to trail running, and then we all just hang out, and then we like chat through what we've been through, and then like we all go back into our normal lives, and like we're better off for it. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I just, yeah. Such an important thing, I think.
On the surface, it could seem like such an individual endeavor in sport.
Exactly.
But like what I'm hearing in you is that it's like it's a total community team sport.
Yeah, it is, right? It's funny, like, a lot of it is like done like individually. Like I have spent hundreds and hundreds, or probably thousands and thousands of hours by myself on the trail. Yeah. But like, so it's like kind of a soul sport in that respect. But you're right, like it's like when you start like having a couple of people around you who are in a similar boat, like it becomes like a completely different experience.
We're on trail, saw pit gully. Our boy Anthony out there, he's flipping the script. He wants to get some footage of us running through, so here we go.
Alright, let's do it.
This is fun. Different style. More technical. Yo!
was just saying, hey, like, this is normally like a pretty runnable trail. I'm so sorry.
So is that usually the track?
Yeah, that's the track. It's good to be here with you guys. It's a cool experience. It's nice to do things like differently every now and then, you know? Like as we were just saying, every day I come here I do the exact same loop. Like in the exact same pace, sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, but this has been cool.
Yeah.
Like we're slowing down, we're like seeing the sights, we're like filming shit, we're laughing, we're having deep conversations, you know? Like that's what it's all about. It's good to be here. Like this is quintessential like Queenstown, you know? Like Mount Soho, Big Hill, like Mount Beetham over there. We just came down Circl. Like this is like, yeah, this is it. The brain doctor doesn't come, the physical one doesn't come. You just gotta do one Circl every single week, and that's the rule, you know? Rain, hail, shine, winter, ice, snow, whatever. Just do it. Argue the coolest fucking experience in the world to be able to go, all right, on Saturday, I'm gonna go run the Milford, and you run 55 kilometers. And you wake up on Sunday morning and you feel like fine. Like it's arguably like the coolest experience ever. And like that's what my girlfriend wants, that's what I want. Like it just feels so cool to go like, oh, we can just go for a big mission and explore this cool place. And then like I'm not gonna be ridden off for 2 weeks, you know? I can get back to my normal life after it. Which yeah, that's the sweet spot.
Sid, you mentioned like sometimes you'll go for a beer afterwards.
Yeah.
What is this like balance? How does that work?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Balance is a hard conversation because balance is different for everyone. Like it's different for me. Then some, like I know some runners who like will get drunk, like they'll go out on a night out after they run, and they'll get like drunk, and for them that's balance. Like for me, like balance is like just the like core definition is not saying like no to things that I want to do just because I've got to run, you know? So like, if I want to go for a beer after a run, like I shouldn't feel guilty or say no about it. Like that's balance. Like if I want to maybe miss a run because like I want to go and do something with my girlfriend, like that's balance, you know? Like it's not like some hard and fast rule of like, oh, like, you know, you need to do this thing in order to have balance with running. So I think it's just too individual. Like it's my personal opinion on it. Nice. All done. What do you reckon?
That was fun, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's so good, eh?
It's like all good, man.
Oh, you see why people love it, eh?
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty good way to spend the morning.
Yeah, I would love to live there. It's so cool. Like if I had like that house like right there,
Oh,
and I could just like walk
the
down.
door.
Nice.
Actually, basically, like, well, not somewhere nice. Yeah, and of course, all that stuff, all that else. But like,
Done though. Inside, outside, and once you're ready, just pop it in the car or whatever. Sounds good?
So now you're in story mode or whatever.
Oh, so it stabilizes. It's like a gimbal. Oh, you can set it
It's a
up.
very good device, Michelle. Like in many ways, like.
Like, there's very few places in Queenstown and Arrowtown that make actually good coffee, and this place is one of them.
Because I mean, you'll be burning so many calories running massive runs, eh? Like,
Yeah.
You know, I can only imagine how many calories you're burning running 100 kilometers.
Yeah,
plus.
like I think so if you do a 100 miler, you run for 24 hours, you burn about 10,000. You know, every single weekend, like I'll burn 3,000 on a Saturday, 1,000 again on a Sunday, and then every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I burn 1,000 plus a strength workout, which is another 300. So like if it takes me 2,000 calories to stay alive, and then I burn 1,500 calories on top of that, and I burn another 600, 700 on top of that, just being like a normal human being, it's like, that's over 4,000 calories. And like, you forget that like if you don't replenish that, you will not recover. And so then people wonder why they get injured, and it's because like you aren't refilling your body up, and like you create such a big deficit without even knowing, you know?
underfueled.
Yeah, and so the antithesis to running and recovery is trying to lose weight, which is funny because that's why people get into it, right?
Thank
know?
you.
Enjoy.
Yes, Chris, I am very pleased to see this, my
What's
bro.
funny is I should have looked around.
like, where's the other person?
This must be the wrong table.
This has just been absorbed. I'm actually feeling a little bit inadequate right now, but that's alright.
I got like. All right, man.
Mate, absolute pleasure.
Yeah, dude.
Legend, brother.
Fun. Absolute pleasure. That was so cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Just the beginning.
Thank you, brother.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, let's stay in contact, eh?
Yeah. Let me know if I can do anything, otherwise I'll wait to hear from you